Okie dokie chatters, let us get through with this because I have a Valve session later and I can't afford to waste any more time. Hello everybody. Well, I guess I should start with good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to anyone who's in different time zones. If you're in a different time zone, you are sucker. No, fuck. Anyway, hello, and welcome in, Christian, next, Natsu, that's a surprise, Derek, are you new? I apologize if I don't know you, but are you new? I believe you're new. I have reason to believe that you are new. But either way, and also Barry, welcome in, and yeah, looks like everything's running fine, hopefully. Once I enter walls blow up my monitor, well, good job on that, because let's just say Monster Hunter Wilds isn't running well in my thing either, so I'm gonna have to just play that on my own whenever I can, not, you know. Hey Maki, have you watched the Leveling Abridged? You mean sister leveling? Yeah, no, I refuse to remember that. No. Also, hey Web. Hey folks, just popping in and say hi because I got school today. Well, bye. Hey and bye. Derek isn't here often, but he's been here a few times. Oh. Well, either way, welcome in, whether or not you are new or you are, well, not new. So, what's on the agenda today? The agenda is for us to have like a 20-30 minute, well, probably just a 20-minute thing of just chatting, because I have a story to tell. A short story, mind you, a very short story about what I did just earlier today, right? So, the day started with basically just me waking up. Well, I guess that started off with the night before, because the night before I was playing a bunch of games. Yeah, we would probably raid Yumi's stream if she's still gonna be streaming in like 2 hours. Probably not. If not, then we're just gonna be raiding someone else's stream, so whatever. Now, I accidentally stayed up for a while. I stayed up until like 3 AM. Why? Because I was playing games and doing some research on games, specifically DMC and I almost forgot that okay, perfect. Stream's good. That is a very good sign. Anyway, as I was saying, right, I forgot that I had a little class pictorial the next day, which is today, right? So earlier this morning, I woke up. Mind you, the class pictorial was scheduled for around 9:30. I woke up at 8. I had to prepare for like an hour because yeah. Well, my voice should be good now, so yeah. Anyway, so where was I? Where was I? Now, I woke up at 8. Yeah, I woke up at 8. I prepared for an hour, so it was around 9 when I was actually done. But then my mother came along, you know, Kaguya Makina. She had a lot of stuff to make me do to actually look good in the pictures, which I really don't care about considering it's just pictures. So that made me wait until like 9:30, exactly 9:30. We booked a motorcycle, went straight to school. Well, campus, not school. I've gotten so used to calling that school, but anyway, yeah. Whatchamacallit? We arrived at campus at around 9:50. Yeah, I know, it's like 20-minute drive. I got in. I immediately went straight to the venue where I go to, yeah, well, the room where I go to register, thinking that I needed to register first. It was not my time yet. Mind you, my section was supposed to be there at around 1:30. So I could have done anything that I wanted, and instead I went straight there and registered, even though it wasn't for me yet. So no, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Just checked it when I subbed. Apparently it's been over a year and a half. Yeah, damn. Welcome back, I guess. Sounds like my type of procrastination. I had to read a 12-hour long book for English class, and I saved until there was only 2 days left before I put an audiobook on times 2 speed. Yeah, it's easy enough. But anyway, yeah. Going back, right? Going back. The hours passed, right? The hours passed. I got... Yeah, it was now like 1:30, right? I was chilling at the other section. I forgot that I had a, you know, a thing. I had to get pictures, you know. I forgot I had to do that. I was just chilling at my friend's section, like the room next over, until it was like 30 minutes later. So I was around 10 minutes late because I was scheduled for 2 p.m. So I hurried straight back to the room, my class's room, right? I grabbed my shit. I went straight to where I'm supposed to be putting on makeup. Well, people are gonna be putting on makeup to me because lighting and shit. And the moment I opened the door, it was like heaven's gates opened right before my eyes, because good God, it was that fucking bright. It felt like the sun had just exploded right in front of my eyes as soon as I opened the door. Granted, it was cold. There was no real sun, but good God, it was so fucking bright in that room. The amount of lights they had just in one side of the room made my goddamn retinas burn. I swear I could hear my fucking brain sizzling at the back of my head. But either way, I only waited like, what, 30 minutes? Well, 25 minutes, and then I got makeup on. Now, mind you, IRL, I have massive eye bags because yeah, the room enlightened me. Yeah, that's the understatement of the century, my guy. The room more than enlightened me. The room enlightened the whole entire campus at this point. Now, I got my makeup on. Well, I sat down in front of the goddamn mirror where, you know, the lights were at. I will not do that again. 10 out of 10, I won't recommend. So, I sat there, waited for like 2 minutes. Wait, why did you have makeup on? Because we were getting a class picture, and we all needed to be made up on. You know, even the boys. Well, the boys don't really have a lot of makeup on. It's mainly the ladies who take long. So anyway, yeah. I have massive eye bags, IRL, right? The very massive eye bags and very, very, very dark eye bags. That's how bad they are, right? They had to put on like a gigaton of powder just to hide my eye bags. Just to hide my eye bags. And you know what happened? Some of that powder wound up in my right eye. So for like the next 30 minutes of being made up on, my right eye was close to tearing up, but I couldn't tear up because it would ruin the makeup, and I would have had to do that all over again. Yeah, wrinkled eye bags. Yeah, shush. Anyway, so I had to basically hold in the amount of tears welling up in my right eye until the last minute. They put lipstick on me. It's not like the sticker lipstick. It's like the lipstick that you like brush onto someone's lips, right? They put on a heavy amount of that too, just to make my lips look pink enough for the camera. Let me tell you, my lips have never felt thicker than a goddamn sludge at the bottom of a sewer. It was so thick that I could barely talk without my mouth just being... I could barely talk without making noise like that. It was a surreal experience, to say the least. And by the end of the day, my head was hurting because of the amount of flashes they had to do, because it was by the time that me and my class were supposed to get their own pictures, we were getting our pictures outside. Okay, as a class picture, you know, just so the campus was seen behind us, right? it would be hilarious, but also it would be very edgy and inappropriate for the institute. So by the time that we were gonna get our class picture, like the whole class in one picture, it was windy. So I had to pile on the amount of migraines that was slowly stacking up like a fucking status effect in Warframe. First was the individual picture, and then there was a creative shot, which was basically me wearing whatever I wanted, and then there was a class picture. Each of those like were 30 pictures in one session, and that spanned over 2 hours. And the class photo was an entire 1 hour and a half. Wanna know why? Wanna know why? Because it was so goddamn windy outside, and they wouldn't want to change the positioning because we were still supposed to be at one building inside of the other, because other sections were supposed to be in the other buildings getting their own pictures taken. So we had to stand outside in the wind, getting flashed by a camera every 10 seconds. And now you had just about enough of it all. By the time we ended, I headed straight for the bathroom and fucking buried my face into water. Yes, this is the powdered face story. Look, they did my hair as well. My hair is still crusty as hell from the hairspray they put on me. It is very fucking crusty. The hairspray is very, very, very fucking strong. I can already see how nearly all of you were looking. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, they put on so much makeup on me that I look like a very, very, very white version of Virgil. If Virgil had his hair dyed black on a salon. And if Virgil didn't fucking leave a closet for like 500 years. That's how white I became. Okay? Let me paint a little picture for you guys, okay? Let me paint imagine someone who is slightly tanned, you know, 6 foot tall, slightly tanned, right? Black hair, short black hair, you know, the average Joe, right? Smother his face with white paint, and that's me. Slick his hair back and then smother his face with white paint, and that's me. That was me for the whole pretty much 4 or 5 hours of that entire class picture. Shut it not, so you have no pride at all. Yeah, if everyone has a younger sister, then everyone were at least once. Yeah, no. This was worse. Because at the end of it all, the goddamn hairspray and the goddamn makeup still haven't come off. I've gotten majority of it off while I was in the campus bathroom, but it's still, my hair's still crusty and my face is still pasty white. I'm gonna have to rub this shit off of me later. I'm gonna make myself lose skin later after stream, because good god, I need this off. It feels so weird. It feels so fucking. Every time I touch my face, there's a bit of white at the tip of my fingers, and I don't like it. I do not like it one bit. Not one bit. Yeah, no, the goddamn makeup was so strong. I will not participate in that ever again. Mike, you may need to use bleach. Possibly, because if I don't use bleach or any kind of acid, this will stay on me until the next day. But the more I hear, the more my stomach hurts. Shut the hell up, my guy. If I meet you, I will paint your entire corpse with white paint and blend you in with the clouds. That's what I'm gonna do to you. You got 2 minutes, so see you later. Okay, bye. Bye, Barry, bye. I hope you enjoyed the short story of me being destroyed. Yeah, no, I was whiter than my current model. The PNG you're talking to right now, I was whiter than this. Except my hair wasn't white. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Apart from that, I was whiter than this. Shut it, Pyro. Shut it. I am no ghost. I am no ghost. No ghost. From what I heard, your entire no, not my entire class suffered because a lot of them actually got their own makeup done. You know, yeah, it was not fair. You know, it was not fair. Specifically, the women did their own makeup, and they only had like finishing touches by the time the picture taking came around. It was torturous. It was horrendous to say the least. Very, very unfortunate. But now, at least, I'm somewhat satisfied that the pictures actually came up great because I looked great in that. Surprisingly, I didn't look gay. I looked better than Michael Jackson when he was alive, so that's something. That's something. So yeah, anyway, to Dead by Daylight we go. Yeah. Quite the transition and quite the goddamn thing. And I thought my shoulders looked pale, but you sound like you were white. I was white. You know when they say whitewashed? Dude, they washed me with white fucking paint. Bleached me first and then they washed me with white paint. That is how white I felt. You know, especially under white ass lighting. I felt like I was the sun if it was completely white. That's how I felt. I felt degraded. I felt completely violated that day. Well, today. And the camera actually did a magic and made Mikey look straight. Shut the hell up, gay ass bitch. I'm gonna need to no, I'm not gonna show you guys pictures. I'm not gonna be baited into fucking whatchamacallit. I'm not gonna be baited into a face reveal just because of that one. One story ain't gonna bait me into making a face reveal. Nuh-uh. Screw that shit. Fuck you. I'm not gonna be doing it. Not the one that looked like a ghost today. Well, I'll make you look like a ghost. Actually, no, I won't make you look like a ghost. I'll turn you into a ghost. I'm glad you enjoy my suffering. Also, this is the new Dead by Daylight update. Kaneki is here. Well, I'm not gonna be playing as Kaneki. I'm gonna be playing as someone better. Well, now you see the opening, Derek. Shut up, Pyro. Shut up. Stop bullying me. Why you bullying me? I know it's Kaneki's screams. Not mine. It's Kaneki. It's not mine. Anyway, this the first anime killer to be. I am not gonna be playing as Kaneki. I'm gonna be playing as SHIZZ. Why? Because watch this. I am not gonna be playing with screaming every 5 seconds. Hey, call me a simp all you want, but I'm gonna be protecting my ears. I'm gonna be protecting my ears. Because this is a godsend. Anyway, let's see. Kaneki's wallet. I don't need that. I need. Where is it? Where is it? This is a fun one. But this one's a bit better. I like this one. But I'll try this one for now. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. See what happens. Anyway, let's see how well the first thing goes. Ooh, Shadows of Creation. I didn't know I had that. Cool. So basically, Maki, I'm bullying you as a payback. Because now I ate and have energy to actually have comebacks. Shut the hell up. Go back to sleep, little bitch. Go back to sleep. Those are basement. Nah, that sucks. Thickens dark mist, moldy oak. Decrease the distance between sacrificial hooks appearing in the world. That's good. actually not really tired. Well, go back to sleep. Go sleep. Go back to fucking.